In this video, we will learn how to configure timesheet policies and project configuration in greytHR. We will walk through creating a timesheet policy, setting up rules and approvals, assigning employees, and configuring projects to help employees log and manage their work hours effectively. To create a timesheet policy, navigate to Workforce Management, then go to Admin Tools, Timesheet Settings, and select Add Policy. The policy setup involves 4 steps. In the Define Policy step, enter a name for the policy in the Policy Name field. You can also add a brief description in the Policy Description field if required. Under Policy Document, you can upload a reference document for employees by selecting a file or dragging and dropping it here. This document will be available in the Document Center of the mobile app and web portal, allowing employees to access the policy details and guidelines. Once the details are entered, click Save and Next. In the Configure Rules step, define how employees log, review, and submit their timesheets. Under Time Must Be Logged Using, choose how employees will log their tasks. Select Start and End Times to let employees enter the task start and end times, or choose Total Hours to let them enter the total hours worked for each task. Next, configure the project selection setting. When project selection is set to Yes, employees can select from their assigned projects while logging their tasks. Under Show Project Selection, choose whether project selection should be mandatory, optional. Set the minimum duration required for each time entry. Under the request, select the review method. You can choose Reviewed Manually or Reviewed Automatically. If you select Reviewed Manually, configure the approval workflow by selecting the reviewer and the actions they can perform under Level 1. You can add additional approval levels by clicking Add More Reviewers. If required, configure Auto Forward to the next level after to automatically move requests to the next reviewer level after a specific number of days without action. You can also configure Send Reminder to reviewers after to send reminders when there is no activity for a defined number of days. If you select Reviewed Automatically, submitted timesheet requests are reviewed automatically. Then choose the review action to be applied automatically, either approve or reject. Next, select the timesheet submission cycle. Timesheets can be submitted weekly or monthly. For weekly submission, define the submission window and select the day on which the weekly timesheet period starts. For monthly submission, choose whether employees must submit timesheets on a specific date or within a date range. You can also select the month type based on your requirement. Under Optional Rules, you can configure additional restrictions. Enable Restrict Time Entry beyond attendance hours to prevent employees from logging time beyond their scheduled shift hours or actual attendance duration. Use Time Logged cannot exceed to define maximum hours. Employees can log per day, week, and month. Ensure that the daily limit does not exceed the weekly or monthly limit, and the weekly limit does not exceed the monthly limit. Using Restrict Time Entry On, you can prevent employees from logging time on rest days, holidays, leave days, or off days. You can also make note or attachments mandatory for timesheet entries by enabling the Attachment and Note option. After completing the rules configuration and creating the rules, apply these policies to a set of employees so they can begin logging their tasks. Then click Save and Next. In the Assign Employees step, select who should be covered under this policy. You can apply the policy to all employees, create a new employee group using filters such as department, location, or date of joining, or select an existing employee group already configured in the system. Review the employee list based on the selected option and click Save and Next. In the Review Policy step, verify all configurations under the Details, Rules, and Employees tabs. Click Save to draft if you want to activate it later. Click Finish and Activate to activate the policy immediately. Select the activation date. Then click Confirm. Policies can be in one of 3 states: draft, active, or deactivate. Under the Draft tab, you can activate, edit, or delete a policy. Under the Active tab, you can deactivate or clone a policy. Once the timesheet policy is configured, the next step is to configure projects. On the same page, select Project Configuration. Click Add Project to create a new one. A right side drawer opens where you can configure project details. Enter the project name. Set the project start and end dates using the project duration calendar. Under Is this project billable? Select yes or no based on the project requirement. If the project is billable but employees should also be allowed to log non-billable tasks, enable the Allow non-billable tasks toggle. This allows employees to mark specific tasks as non-billable while logging time under the same project. Next, select the employee filter to define which employees can access the project. Click Save to create the project. The project will be added with an enabled status by default. Each project has a 3-dot menu that allows you to edit, enable, or disable the project. Existing projects migrated from the project management module will be disabled initially and must be manually enabled before employees can log time. Project status is shared between Timesheet project configuration and the project management module, with updates reflected across both. When a project is disabled, employees can access it until 11:59 p.m. on the same day. From the next day, time logging is restricted and future entries cannot be submitted. Employee project access is managed through effective dates, with access updated from the next day based on eligibility, employment status, or project availability. Projects linked to timesheet tasks or the project management module cannot be deleted and should be disabled instead. Once timesheet policies and project configuration are set up, employees can log hours against assigned projects based on configured rules and approval workflows. With that, we come to an end. Please like and subscribe to this channel for updates about our upcoming videos.